नमः। Om Ganana Antva Ganapadigam Mamahi Kaving Kavinamupavashravastramam Jeshtarajam Brahmanaspata Anushranoti Viseda Sadhanam Om Mahaganadipati Om Keshwaya Narayana Matsudraya Trivikramaya Sri Krishna. Sudarshana Chakra. This Sudarshana Chakra is the killer of the prowess of all other weapons, the killer of darkness, the manifester of the prowess of devotional service. It is the means of establishing religious principles, and it is the killer of all irreligious activities. Without His mercy, the universe cannot be maintained, and therefore Sudarshana Chakra is employed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Maharaja Ambarisha just prayed that Sudarshana Chakra be merciful, Sudarshana Chakra being appraised, refrained from killing Durvasa Muni, who thus achieved the Sudarshana Chakra's mercy. Because of Ambarisha's prayer, Durvasa Muni thus learned to give up the nasty idea of considering Vaishnava an ordinary person. Vaishnava, Jati, Buddhi, Maharaja Ambarisha belonged to the Kshatriya group, and therefore Durvasa Muni considered him lower than the Brahmanas and wanted to exercise Brahminical power against him. By this incident, everyone should learn how to stop mischievous ideas of neglecting Vaishnavas. After this incident, Maharaja Ambarisha gave Durvasa Muni sumptuous food to eat, and then king who had been standing in the same place for 1 year. Can you imagine? The Sudarshana Chakra was following Durvasa Muni for nearly a year when he went to Shivaloka, then to the Brahmaloka, and then to the Satyaloka to see Narayana. And in the end, Durvasa was asked by Vishnu to go back to Ambarisha and ask his pardon. So Maharaja Ambarisha gave Durvasa Muni sumptuous food to eat, and then the king who had been standing in the same place for 1 year without eating anything also took prasada. Maharaja Ambarisha later divided his property among his sons and went to the bank of Manasarovara to execute devotional meditation to Vishnu. So the 5th chapter starts with the Shukavacha. Evam Bhagavata Dishto Durvasashchata Krapitaha Ambarisha Mupavratya Tatpado Dukkito Grahit. So the summary I told you, but now the meaning, the Adhyaya starts. Shukadeva Maharshi said, when this advised by Lord Vishnu, Durvasa Muni, who was very much harassed by the Sudarshana Chakra, immediately approached Maharaja Ambarisha. Being very much aggrieved, the Muni fell down and clasped the king's lotus feet. When Durvasa touched the Ambarisha's lotus feet, Maharaja Ambarisha was very much ashamed when he saw Durvasa Maharshi attempting to offer prayers because of mercy. He was aggrieved even more. Thus, he immediately began offering prayers to the great weapon of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ambarisha Uvacha. These shlokas are very auspicious. Ambarisha Uvacha shloka starts, is about 8 or 10 shlokas, and they use these shlokas to make Sudarshana Homa. Ambarisha prayers to Sudarshana, and that is used in Sudarshana Homa also. I will tell the meaning. Maharaja Ambarisha said, O Sudarshana Chakra, you are fire, you are the most powerful sun, and you are the moon, the master of all luminaries. You are water, earth, and sky. You are the air, you are the 5 sense objects, sound, touch, form, taste, and smell, and you are the senses of all also. O most favorite Achyuta, O most favorite of Achyuta, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, you have thousands of spokes. O master of the material world, destroyer of all weapons, original vision of the Personality of Godhead, Narayana, I offer my respectable obeisancy unto you. Kindly give shelter and be auspicious to the Brahmana Durvasa Maharshi. O Sudarshana Chakra, you are the religion, you are the truth, you are encouraging statements, your sacrifice, and you are the enjoyer of the fruits of sacrifice of all Vishnu devotees. You are the maintainer of the entire universe, and you are the supreme transcendental prowess in the hands of Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana. You are the original vision of Narayana, and therefore you are known as Sudarshana. Everything has been created by your activities, and therefore you are all pervading. So, worshipping Sudarshana Chakra, Ambarisha Maharaja requested Sudarshana to spare Durvasa Maharshi. O Sudarshana, you have a very auspicious hub, and therefore you are the upholder of all religion. You are just like an inauspicious comet for the irreligious demons. Indeed, you are the maintainer of the three worlds. You are full of transcendental effulgency. You are as quick as the mind, and you are able to work wonders. I can simply utter the word Namaha, offering all obeisancy unto you. O master of speech, by your effulgence, full of religious principles, the darkness of the world is dissipated, and the knowledge of learned persons and great souls is manifested. Indeed, no one can surpass your effulgency. For all things manifested and unmanifested, gross and subtle, superior and inferior, are but various forms of you that are manifested by effulgency. The Sudarshan Chakra is so bright and powerful. O indefatigable one, he is indefatigable one. When you are sent by the Supreme Personal Godhead to enter among the soldiers of the Daityas and the Danamas, you stay on the battlefield, unendingly separate their arms, bellies, thighs, and legs and hands. That's what Sudarshana did. O protector of the universe, Sudarshana, you are engaged by the Supreme Personal Godhead Narayana as his all-powerful weapon in killing the envious enemies. For the benefit of our entire dynasty, kindly favor this poor Brahmana, Durvasa Maharshi. Please spare him. This will certainly be favor for all of us. That's the way Durvasa Maharshi got appreciated by Ambarisha Maharshi Chakravarti. Ambarisha requested to spare Durvasa Maharshi. If our family has given clarity to the proper persons, if we have performed ritualistic ceremonies and sacrifices, if we have properly carried out our occupational duties, and if we have been guided by learned Brahmanas, I wish in exchange that this Brahmana, Durvasa Maharshi, be freed from the burning causes of the Sudarshana Chakra. Om Namo Narayana. It is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana who is one without a second, who is the reservoir of all transcendental qualities, and who is the life and soul of all living entities, is pleased with us. We wish that this Brahmana, Durvasa Muni, be freed from the pain of being burnt by Sudarshana Chakra. Shukadeva Maharshi continued, when the king offered prayers to Sudarshana Chakra and Lord Vishnu, because of his prayers, Sudarshana Chakra became peaceful and stopped burning the Brahmana known as Durvasa Maharshi. So Sudarshana Chakra accepted the request of Ambarisha Maharshi, Ambarisha Chakravarti, and Durvasa Muni, the greatly powerful mystic Muni, was indeed satisfied when freed from the fire of Sudarshana Chakra burning him. Thus he prized the qualities of Maharaja Ambarisha and offered him the highest benedictions. Durvasa Maharshi said, my dear King Ambarisha, today I have experienced the greatness of devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For although I have committed an offense, you have prayed for my good fortune. For those who have achieved the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana's blessings, the master of the pure devotees, what is impossible to do and what is impossible to give up. So, Durvasa Maharshi appreciated Ambarisha Chakravarti. What is impossible for the servants of the Lord, the devotees of the Lord, Vaishnavas, by the very hearing of his holy name, one is purified. O King, overlooking my offenses, you have saved my life. Thus, I am very obliged to you because you are so merciful. Durvasa Maharshi requests Ambarish Chakravarti, because Ambarish was so merciful, to save Durvasa Maharshi's life. Expecting the return of Durvasa Muni, the king had not taken his food. Therefore, when the sage returned, the king fell at his lotus feet, pleasing him in all respects, and fed him sumptuously. Thus, the king Ambarisha Maharshi respectfully received Durvasa Maharshi, who, after eating varieties of palatable food, was so satisfied that with a great affection he requested the king to eat also, saying, "Please take your meal." So Ambarisha was waiting for nearly 1 year since the Sudarshana Chakra followed Durvasa Maharishi to Shivaloka, Brahmaloka, and Satyaloka and came back to Ambarisha palace. This came 1 year, and that 1 year, Sudarshana Chakra didn't harm Durvasa Muni, and it came back. After the submission of the request of Ambarisha Chakravarti, Durvasa Muni was spared. Durvasa Maharshi says, "I am very pleased with you, my dear King Ambarisha. At first, I thought of you as an ordinary human being and accepted your hospitality, but later I could understand, but my own intelligence, that you are the most exalted devotee of the Lord Narayana. Therefore, simply by seeing you, touching your feet, and talking with you, I have been pleased and have become obliged to you." It is said, Vaishnava Virakriya Mudra Vijnana Budaya Budaya. Even a very intelligent man cannot understand the activities of pure Vaishnava. Therefore, because Durvasa Maharshi was a great mystic yogi, he first mistook Maharaja Ambarisha for an ordinary human being and wanted to punish him. Such is the mistaken observation of Vaishnava. When Durvasa Maharshi was prosecuted by the Sudarshana Chakra, however, his intelligence developed. Therefore, the word Atma Medasha is used to indicate that by his personal experience, he would understand how great a Vaishnava the king was. The Ambarish Maharshi is a big, great Vaishnava king. When Durvasa Maharshi was chased by the Sudarshana Chakra, he wanted to take shelter of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and he was even able to go to spiritual world, meet the personality of Godhead Narayana, and talk with him face to face. Yet he was unable to be rescued from the attack of Sudarshana Chakra. Thus he could understand the influence of Vaishnava by personal experience. Durvasa Maharshi was certainly a great yogi and a very learned Brahmana, but despite his being real yogi, he was unable to understand the influence of a Vaishnava devotee. Therefore, it is said, Vaishnava Kriya Mudra Vijneha Na Bhujayaha. Even the most learned person cannot understand the value of Vaishnava. There is always a possibility for so-called jnanis and yogis to be mistaken when studying the character of Vaishnava. A Vaishnava can be understood by how much he is favored by Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana in terms of his inconceivable activities. All the blessed women in the heavenly planets will continuously chant about your spotless character at every moment, and the people of this world will also chant your glories continuously. So, the glories of Ambarisha it became very popular. Shuka Maharshi continued, thus being satisfied in all respects. The great mystic yogi Durvasa Maharshi took permission and left continuously glorifying the king Ambarisha. Though the skyways, he went to Brahmaloka, which is devoid of agnostics and dry philosophical speculators. Durvasa Muni had left the place of Maharaja Ambarisha, and as long as he had not returned for 1 complete year, the king had fasted, maintaining himself simply by drinking water. After 1 year, when Durvasa Muni had returned, King Ambarisha sumptuously fed him all varieties of pure food, and then he himself also ate. When the king saw the Brahmana Durvasa had been released from the great danger of Sudarshana Chakra being burned, he could understand that by the grace of Lord Narayana, he himself was also powerful, but he did not take any credit for everything that had been done by the Lord Narayana. In this way, because of devotional service, Maharaja Ambarisha, who was endowed with varieties of transcendental qualities, was completely aware of Brahman, Paramatma, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus he executed devotional service perfectly. Because of his devotion, he thought even the topmost planet of this material world no better than hellish planets. Shuka Maharshi continued, thereafter, because of his advanced position in devotional life, Maharaja Ambarish, who no longer desired to live with material things, retired from the active family life. Ambarish Maharshi, this Ambarisha Chakravarti, decided to leave his Grihastha ashrama and want to go to Manasarovara for more prosperity He divided his property among his sons, who were equally qualified as Ambarisha, and he himself took the order of Vanaprastha, and he went to the forest to concentrate his mind fully upon Lord Vasudeva. As a pure devotee, Maharaj Ambarish was liberated in any condition of life, because as enunciated by Srila Rupa Goswami, a devotee is always liberated. Anyone who chants this narration or even thinks of this narration about the activities of Maharaja Ambarisha certainly becomes pure devotee of the Lord Narayana. This is assurance given by Lord Narayana to the devotees of Vaishnava devotees. By the grace of the Lord, those who hear about the activities of Maharaja Ambarisha, the great devotee, certainly become liberated or become devotees without delay. Thus, and the Bhaktivedanta purports of 9th canto, 5th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Durvasa Muni's life is spared. नमोस्तु अनंताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादाक्षरपा सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषार्थे सहस्रकोटि युगधारणे नमः आकाशात् पतितं यथागतसागरं सर्वदेव नमस्कारः श्रीकेशवं प्रगत्यो नमः सर्ववेदेषु पुण्यं सर्वतीर्थेषु यत्फलं तत्फलं प्रणोक्तु वासनात् वासुदेवस्य वासन्ते जगत्रयं सर्वभूतनिवासुदेव वासुदेवते कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियेण वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा भगवते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. Dear friends, today is Prathama Ekadashi. We are going to take group chanting of Gita with my family. I will take leave of you today. Thank you very much.